As a woman, I'm going to tell you what we are not attracted to.
No one cares. Anyways, I'm going to explain to you how a steam engine works and show you how to fire one up. So, one of the first things that you want to do when you do have a steam engine is, of course, fill it with water. In this case, we're going to remove the safety valve. You're then going to want to take the release valve off the back of the steam engine, and once the boiler is filled up to a good capacity, it'll start to leak a little bit out of the back part. Then from that point, you're going to want to start to fill the boiler with water. Then you're going to want to put the safety valve back on, because that acts as a way so the pressure in the boiler doesn't build up too much and basically makes it into a pipe bomb. That's a tutorial for another video. And after putting the release valve on the back on, you're going to want to take this tray down here and fill it up with methylated spirits, or in this case, denatured alcohol. So you might not be able to see it on camera, but this is actively lit. One of the interesting things about denatured alcohol when you light it, or just methylated spirits in general, is that when you light it, it burns invisible. So be very careful about that. You're then going to want to put it in the boiler and wait a couple of minutes for it to start heating up. You know it's ready to go once you see that there's steam leaking from the safety valve, and you're able to pull the whistle and get a successful whistle sound. So while this one is getting ready, I will explain to you how the steam engine actually works. So steam from the boiler, once it gets hot enough, it comes through this middle pipe right here, and it leads into this piston. Now, this piston is very important because it, of course, takes that steam and converts it into a back and forth linear motion. That linear motion then gets turned into circular motion by the counterweight over here, and that turns the flywheel on the opposing side. And as it turns, you probably see that there are two other pipes here that lead to the funnel. These act as release pipes, and that of course generates the steam in the funnel. There are two pipes here because one of them is for forward motion, the other one is for backwards motion. But I think that explains a lot of it. We're gonna move this out of the way and actually see this thing in action. And you might be wondering, well, from this point, how do you get it to actually start moving? It's as simple as adjusting the lever into position and giving the flywheel a little helping hand. And from that point, that is how you fire up a steam engine. Now you're probably wondering right now, well, why isn't it moving? Well, the reason it's not moving is because I don't have the drive band installed right now. This is a very important piece that connects this flywheel down to the wheel itself. Now, the interesting part about the flywheel is that you can actually use the drive band and connect it to other things. You can connect it up to saws, different mills, or even stone crushers. But on this kit, if you want to adjust the speed, you can move the lever more inwards, you move it to the middle, it stops, but then you rotate it the other way. Now this changes the direction. So that, my friends, is how you operate a steam engine.